Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Is anybody here with me? I see Carmela. Good morning, Mama. Lisa. Good morning. I don't know what's going on here. Where is everybody? Come on, come all. Come on, let's go. Come on. I was not feeling this morning. I was going to stay in my bed. Believe me. I had one of those nights. So where are you guys? Can somebody comment and let me know that you're here, please? I saw comments before I started, but now why, Carmela, you said no sound. Why we weren't on? Why would you have had sound? I'm confused. Can somebody tell me that they're on here, please? Because I don't see anybody. I don't know if there's something going on. I'm reading what you're saying. No sound. I don't know why there wasn't sound. I wasn't live. Bueller, where is everybody? Hello. Rachel, I'm here. You sound okay, just okay. All right. No, thank you, Rachel. Good morning. All right, there we go. Now I'm starting to hear. I know, well, I hadn't started yet, Carmela, my love. That's why you didn't hear the countdown. I was running like a second behind. Good morning. I'm here. I'm not sure who that is. Facebook user, it just says. So please allow us to see your name on StreamYard.com. Who else is here? Good morning. Who do I see? Gina. I'm here. Good morning, Laura. I hear you loud and clear. I can't see who that is. It just says Facebook user, but okay. Your Wi-Fi is acting up, Laura. Lovely. Monica, good morning. Okay, I'm glad you guys hear me. Yeah, I guess it was just a glitch or whatever. I got to tell you, I'm going to be straight up honest with you. I am like, I got nothing to say today. I am shot. I had like a shitty night yesterday. I don't know. I was feeling very off all day yesterday. My heart was like pounding out of my chest. And last night I went to try to go to sleep and I don't know what the fuck was going on outside, but all I heard was like crashing, like bottles breaking, and I don't know, it was just crazy. And I was very, very unsettled. And it took me like 2 hours to try to, like, I was just trying to calm myself down. I think I ended up taking a pill to fall asleep. And I don't know, I'm just off today. I was off yesterday. I was reading on one of my groups that there's something like there's some type of a masculine energetic shift going on. And I think that might have something to do with it, since I guess I'm prone to that. Rachel, I unexpectedly have had that experience the last 2 nights and days trying to breathe through life. Rachel, I'm telling you, I am part of like an energetic group, if you will. And they were saying that there was some type of a shift. I mean, I should probably read up on it more, but it had to do with like the masculine and the feminine energies coming in. And it, you know, some people said it was a beautiful energy, and others said it was like a crazy energy. So I don't know, and I really don't like that feeling. Like I said, I don't, all day my heart was just like pounding. And I wasn't having an anxiety attack. And to be honest with you, like things were, see, I'm hearing more fucking noises. Things were okay yesterday. And I don't know why I felt that way, but I was definitely feeling it. And then as the day progressed, my heart was pounding more and more. I have someone close to me that I don't think is doing well. And I didn't know if maybe that was the reason why I was feeling that, because I was feeling them, but I don't think so. And then I'm looking at everybody else's comments and stuff, which leads me to believe that, and then seeing that in the other group and stuff. So, yeah, sometimes, look, you guys know that I keep it real. And there are days that I'm joking around and I'm happy and everything, or whatever you want to call it, but then there are just some days that I'm pushing myself. And today is one of those days, I'm not going to lie. Um, I forced myself to get out of the bed this morning. It was like, I wanted to get up this morning early, get my exercise in before I did the show. And I just couldn't do it, right? And then my dog got into this new routine of waking up at like 6 something in the morning, which makes me nuts. So she jumps off the bed. I guess she got to go to the bathroom or whatever. So she goes down to her wee wee pad, but she can't jump back on the bed. So I got to pick her up and put her back on the bed, which, So anyway, so I've been falling back to sleep again at that time. And then it throws me off to get up when I need to. So I just thought that was it. But no, like I'm dragging it. Like I'm just like, like you've ever feel like that, like, and so I'm saying, geez, you got a show to do and you don't even fucking feel like talking. I mean, and right. So I said to my father last night, my phone was going crazy yesterday. I texted him. I said, I'm sorry, Daddy. I'm not calling you back. I'm all talked out. He was like shocking because me all talked out. Like, it don't happen. So yeah, but I'm like, I was hoping, I always look, I tell you guys all the time, right? Like yesterday was yesterday, today is today. It's a new day, right? So I always try to psych myself up for a new day and whatever that may bring, right? And God willing, good stuff, right? So it's just strange because, when you wake up, like you try to focus on a better day and then for some reason you're unable to go, like you're fighting it, you know what I mean? But I always tell you guys, you got to fight that, right? Because you got to try to change the energy, you got to try to shift the energy. And I always try to shift my energy, but there are times that it's almost impossible to do that. So, it's like, I'm pushing real hard right now. And I don't know what's going on, but I guess you guys are with me because I'm seeing comments. So let me go back and read the comments. And first of all, good morning, everybody. And thank you guys for tuning in to Coffee Talk with Karen. We are live on MiamiMikeRadio.com. We are live on my Facebook page. So for those of you that are on my personal page, the picture of me and my child, you want to you can stay on that page, but if you want to see the other people's comments, you want to go to the Karen Stacy page, the professional page, if you will, the business page, the public page. I believe I can see your names when you're on there. I think that when you are on my personal page, that is when I cannot see your names. So just go to it's facebook.com/Real Talk Karen Stacy. That's how you can find it, or at Karen Stacy. If you can also go on the group, the Real Talk Coffee Talk group, go ahead and join the group. We are on YouTube, we are on Periscope, and we are on Twitch. So don't forget to subscribe to all of those things as well. What the fuck? I know it's windy, but do you guys hear that? I'm telling you, I'm like, I don't know. I'm ready to jump out of my fucking skin today. Okay, let me see. All right, I read that one from Rachel. Diane Orlando, you're having issues, huh? All right, let's see. You're on the wrong page. Gina, you're never on the wrong page. As long as you're tuned into the show, you're on the right page. You just might not see everybody else's comments, but I'll read them. So you guys aren't missing anything. Don't stress yourselves out. Some people are like, oh my God, I'm not on the right page. There's no wrong page to be on. If you're watching the show, you got it right. If you want to see other people's comments, then that's where the difference is. But I read everybody's comments. So please don't feel like you're missing out on anything. We're here. Kathy, good morning, sweetie. How are you? Laura said, me too. And once I did fall asleep, I'm having crazy, wild dreams. Yeah, I don't know. I had some weird dreams. Now that you say it, I want to say earlier. I always have the weirder dreams like early, like in the early morning hours. Good morning, Monica, my love. Rachel, what group is that? I was wondering if Mercury was in retrograde It definitely affects me. Rachel, I don't know you well. Please don't take this the wrong way, but it's a private group and like I have to like kind of know people a little bit better before I'm able to join them into this group. So I appreciate you joining in today. I don't know that you've visited the show before. So as we get to know each other, I will try to help you with that. Laura, yeah, the shift is affecting electronics, lights and stuff. Yeah, I didn't have that issue. But I didn't have that issue. No, but you guys know I short everything out anyway, right? I break the internet, right? We all know this. So I'm already electronically fucked with that. So I don't even know what to say about that one. You guys know, right? Optimum never worked. I get Verizon. Verizon never had a problem. I have it 3 days. There's an outage in Verizon from New York to Boston. Okay. Coincidence? Maybe. Then Richie puts my Fire Stick in. He puts in this program, this Mob Dro or whatever, where you can watch TV, for free. It's you're not stealing, it's streaming, right? And streaming is free. And he's been using the program for over 7 years. So I text him, I go, what's going on with the Mob Dro? It's saying you can't connect. So he goes home and he goes, Karen, I've had this for over 7 years and I never had one problem with it. And now since you have it, it's fucking broken. So, I mean, I'm just saying that those things I think stay away from me because I think I wave my magic wand and, everything goes kaplooey. So I don't know about that. But hey, Jody, good morning. Rachel, my exercising and walk in the beautiful sunshine yesterday didn't help much. So I knew it must be something in the air. No pun intended. Rachel, it's funny. I had to get out yesterday as well. And here's the other thing that I was thinking it could have been. I don't leave the house anymore. So, you could develop like a syndrome like with that, right? Like, fear of leaving your house, right? I mean, this is true. When I suffered from terrible anxiety when I was in my 20s, anybody that suffered terribly from anxiety can relate to this. It like paralyzes you and you are petrified to leave your house because your house becomes your safety net, right? So I remember my girlfriend was like, you got to get out of the house. And she pulled me out of the house. We went to like the mall or something, which typically would be my favorite place to go. And all I saw was like people around me, and it was like you're in like a tunnel, if you will, right? And all you see is like this going on around you. And let me know if you can relate to what I'm saying. And I remember she had to go get I don't remember, she got something. I don't remember exactly what she was doing, but she wasn't physically standing next to me and I was alone. Now I was, in my 20s, so I was a grown woman and she left and I was petrified. I was hysterical crying by the time she came back. She didn't have any idea what happened. I was just so afraid of being out and not feeling safe. And if anybody has suffered from bad anxiety, you can relate to this. And yesterday, I had to go return my equipment to Optimum. I had asked, Carmela to come with me and she was busy. And I said, okay, it's no big deal. Go. But I'm saying in my head, I'm going, are you afraid to leave the house? Like, are you at this point now because you're so used to being home and not just used to being home, but now I'm like, I don't want to say I'm fearful of everyone because that's not the right word to use, but like I've created my security blanket and God willing, my blanket is COVID free. And I am safe, right? Air quotation, safe. And so now I got to take myself out of my safety zone by leaving the house. Now, one might say this fucking girl is nuts, which would not be a wrong assumption. But one might also say, holy shit, I feel that way too. And that's the reason why I'm talking about it. Because there are a lot of people out there that are afraid to leave their house, or, don't like to be around crowds of people, or don't like to whatever. And being in this lockdown, if you will, we were all forced to stay home, right? So like we talked about, right? Habits, like it takes 22 days to become a habit. So now it's a habit to be home and not go out. Some people, of course, are still doing it. Don't get me wrong, work, whatever. But in my particular situation, my son is being homeschooled, and I'm stuck home, and, I'm okay with it. But I said to myself, maybe yesterday I was feeling anxious because I was going to go leave the house. And to be honest with you, I have had nothing but horrific exchanges with Optimum. And I was saying to myself, I'm going to go there. I'm going to have some fucking person that hates their job be a nasty fuck to me. I'm going to end up throwing the fucking equipment across the goddamn room. Like these are the things that go through my head, which are bad. Because you shouldn't think that way. Because if you think that way, then that's what's going to happen. The reason why I was thinking that way is because, as you all know, I've had this fucking thing going on with them since last March. So it just brings me to a bad place, right? But I had no choice. I had to go and return this stuff. So meanwhile, I go to return it. I have no problem finding the place. I walk in the door. First time I ever got my temperature taken, because I don't go anywhere. And that was weird in and of itself. I don't know if that like hits you guys or not. I understand. I think it's great that they do it because they want to make sure that no one is quote unquote sick. But it's weird. It felt like I was in a fucking other country and they were like scanning me. You know what I mean? I don't know. I can't explain it. It felt like such an invasion of my privacy, like them putting this fucking thing on my head to check my temperature. I don't know if anybody else feels this way. You may think I'm crazy, but I just, it's like we're gonna stick fucking, what do you call that? Like a chip. And start fucking scanning people so we know whether or not they went someplace, they didn't go someplace. I don't know. It was weird to me. So I'm like, okay, so I walk in, there's nobody in the place. There's two other people in front of me, social distancing or whatever. I walk up, I got this huge box because I got to return all this shit. And the girl was so nice. She's like, she looked like a correction officer. Like I was scared of her when I looked at her. And she's like, come on, mama. She's like, why don't you put your box down and you can hand me each thing individually. And I was like, wow, that's a really smart idea. Okay, I will do that. Put the box down, put everything up, gave her the stuff. She scanned it. I didn't even have to I went to give her the bill. She goes, no. She says my address. She says, okay, give her everything. And she goes, okay, hands me, sign this. I sign this. She hands me a receipt. I said, am I good? She goes, you're good. I left my house at 2:10. I was home at 2:30. That's how fast it was. So all of that in my head that I created of what am I going to deal with? What is this? What is that? I walked in and I walked out. So now, did I cause myself undue anxiety? So I get home and now I'm driving back and I'm like, wow, I really have no life. Like I can't even think about what to do. Like I'm free. I'm out. I don't have my kid with me. Like, what should I do? Right. And the question is, what should I do? I was like, go home. So I get home because that's how I am. I don't know how you guys are, especially single parents. If you get the fuck out of the house, you're like, okay, I'm just going to keep driving and I'll be back in 20 days. And I'm like, I don't even know where to go. So then I pulled in the driveway and like Rachel said, it was really nice out here in New York yesterday. So I said, you know what? Fuck it. Just get some air. Take a walk up the block. I live on a hill. Go up the block. It's good for your ass. Go up the block, just get some air. So I did that. I would have done it again, but on the way down, it was kind of windy and I'm like, a princess and I'm like, oh, it was too cold. I'm not going back again. But then I came inside and I said, you know what? Today is a good day. That went perfect. I did something else that went perfect. I was like, all right, we're good. And meanwhile, I'm sitting there, my heart's pounding out of my chest. And I'm like, we're good, but I need to open up a bottle of wine. I look at the time, it's 3:30. I go, oh, okay. So now I focus on something good, right? So I posted a bunch of pictures on my my public page of some of the stuff that I was working on, right? All of my little creations, if you will. And then I began to work on some stuff so that I know a couple of people expressed that they liked the sweatshirt I had on yesterday. So I started making everything so I can make those sweatshirts. So I tried to be productive. And, I pushed myself as much as possible. Still could not shake this feeling. Text with my dad. I knew he was okay. So it was like, what the fuck? Do you have a guys on? Are you with me? I know I just talked for like 16 hours straight and you're probably commenting, but do you feel me on that? Like, are you with me or do you just think I'm crazy? Well, I know you think I'm crazy because you guys are with me every day. So you realize that I'm crazy, but I'm the right kind of crazy. And I'm probably the only person that will actually be truthful and speak about these type of experiences. And I guarantee you there is someone listening right now that feels exactly the same way that I felt. That I know for sure. So thank you guys for tuning in to Coffee Talk with Karen. Please make sure you share out the video. Please make sure you tag your friends. If you are new on here, please hit those like buttons, hit the subscribe buttons, hit the follow buttons. You know what to do. This ain't your first rodeo. Rita, good morning, sweetheart. Rita P, I see you. All right, hold on. I just went through. Okay, here we go. I'm back. Tony. Hi, Tony. Jody said, absolutely. I feel that way a lot, unfortunately. I'm sorry to hear that, Jody. Okay, let me see. Diane. Okay, I see you. My new cat getting up early to eat, and I'm the jerk that gives in, but I love her to death. Yeah, I hear you. I know. Well, I don't do when I was going to say Pumpkin, right? That's my old dog. When Bella does that, I just it's like, no, we're sleeping now. Like she knows right away, like, don't touch me, don't bother me. And then, she'll jump down off the bed because she got to go to the bathroom. So go to the bathroom and don't fucking bother me. Having that kind of day, it's the full moon's fault. Is it, Rita? I didn't know it was a full moon. Okay. Good morning, Mark. How are you? Good morning, Rosie. I clicked on the video that you post where I always go. Well, Diane, I see your name now. So again, I post to 3 different places. So I can't say for sure which place you are on, because if you guys are my personal friends, then you're going to see it on my personal and my public. Kathy, good morning. I'm glad you're listening from work. Thank you. Georgie, it's okay if you're late, baby, as long as you're here. Me too. Wacky dreams this morning. Okay, Diane. See, somebody said, good morning, everyone. I can't see who that is. Mercury is in retrograde. When did that start, though, Rosie? When did that start? Mercury in retrograde always makes you kind of feel that tumultuous energy. Let me see who else. Okay. It's called agoraphobia. Thank you. That is what it's called. Thank you, Diane. I go nuts in my condo when I'm there too much. Right. And see, so that's the funny thing. Like my dad said the other day, I text him. He said, I'm walking to the store. I just had to get out of the house. But now I question my own sanity because I don't need to get out of the house. I'm the opposite. I'm like, oh, fuck, I got to get out of the house. Like, and that's bad. And so I have to force myself to do that, I think. Joanne, good morning. What did you do for the anxiety when you were in your 20s? I can't see who you are that posted that, but I can answer you. It just says Facebook user. So if you're on my personal page, that's probably why. You got to go to StreamYard.com/Facebook for me to see it, or jump on the Karen Stacy public page. What did I do in my 20s for my anxiety? A lot. I didn't know what it was initially. It took a while for them to figure it out and for me to believe it, because I couldn't imagine that you could feel that horrible and have control over that, so to speak. And so I started on medications and I was in therapy. I think those two things in combination, I became, at that time, so almost, God, too many years ago, right? 25 years ago, more, almost 30 years ago. And Xanax was the big, thing that they used at that time for anxiety. So it helped calm my anxiety. When I first started, I slept all the time. It helped. I mean, I couldn't eat, I couldn't sleep, I couldn't do anything. I couldn't swallow food. I don't know. I lost like 20, 30 pounds. I mean, it was crazy. And I became addicted to Xanax. So I couldn't function with or without it. So I realized it as the control freak that I am. I was trying to wean myself off of the Xanax. And I would realize that my hands would just start shaking like crazy. Now, my hands used to shake because I was nervous, but it was a different shake. And I would take like a little piece of the Xanax. And the minute I took that little piece of the Xanax, my hands stopped shaking. So that made me realize that I was addicted to the Xanax. Now, I took it as prescribed. So I didn't and no one knew how addictive it was at that point, right? But my body sure as hell knew. So a lot of therapy, wean myself off of that. And honestly, I went around, found different doctors. Then I thought I was okay. Then when we were kids, me and my husband had broken up and it sent me off the deep end. Then they put me on Prozac. And then I think still the Xanax or whatever. I was on so much different medication, and one medication outdid the other medication, and then it helped with the side effects, because one medication you would take would make you feel this way, and then the other medication you would take would make you feel this way. So you had to counteract the medication by taking a different medication. And I just got to the point where I was like, you know what? This is fucking nuts. And I found a good therapist, and I went 3 times a week, which was not fucking easy to turn yourself inside and out for 3 times a week, facing your demons and everything else. And that was what I think took me to the other side. And I always have Xanax, or now they have Klonopin, which I don't think does anything. But I always had something just in case I needed it. But I got myself off of all medications years and years and years and years ago. And you have to, when it comes to anxiety, there's a reason underneath that causes the anxiety, right? So a lot of times people don't want to do the work. So unless it's like an acute thing, like you're anxious because someone's sick or whatever, most of us have things that we have buried inside of ourselves, and we think that if we bury them, they won't come to us. And one of the therapists gave me the best advice, because I said, but why is this happening now? Like, I mean, I've always dealt with all this stuff. Why is it a problem now? And he gave me the analogy of, if you keep opening the closet door and putting things in, eventually it's going to get too full. And when you open it, everything in the closet is going to fall on you. And I never forgot that analogy, because I never understood why I was dealing with things a certain way my whole life, and it seemed to have been working. And then all of a sudden it wasn't working, which obviously it was never working, right? But the thing is that people don't understand that when you push things down into you, they're still there. And situations are going to arise where those things are going to come back out, and you may not realize it. So now I realize it. So like yesterday, when my heart was beating out of my chest like that, I'm like, I don't know what's the problem here, like, and so I'm analyzing it thinking, okay, was it because I had to leave the house? Like, but then I did it. Everything was fine. I was home and I still had this uneasy feeling going on. And, so I believe in the universe. I believe in energy. I don't know. But as far as what I did for my anxiety, to answer whoever that was question when I was 20 years old, I did a lot. And to me, when you suffer from anxiety and depression, it is exactly like suffering from any type of an addiction. Someone that suffers from anxiety and depression fights every day the same way that someone that is addicted to alcohol or drugs fights every day. So we fight every day not to go there. And that is the truth. So anyway, I'm sorry. I went off on a tangent. Let me read but I didn't go off on a tangent. I actually, answered the question that I was asked. Okay. Okay. I play the same scenarios in my head. Oh, Monica, geez, so you're crazy too. Colleen, hi everybody. Good morning, Colleen. Karen, have you ever had a stress test? Again, I don't know who that is. Meaning for my heart. Is that what you're asking? I'm with you. I'm with you. You're not crazy. I wish I knew who that was talking to me. I don't see your name. Okay, hold on a second. All the comments just went cuckoo-luckoo. So hang on a second, babies. I'm coming for you. I'm coming. I'm a coming. Okay, here we go. Okay, Diane, I get temp checked every time I bring dad to the doctor or my own doctor's appointment. It's the same all the time. I tell them not to touch me with the damn thing. They don't touch you with it, but I'm just saying, we're all the way back to that, right? Because I didn't even read the comments since then. Okay, so that's what you guys are talking about. I'm with you. Yeah, it's just really like, I don't like that at all. I don't know what it is about it. It just fucking goes into my system and I don't like it. Good morning, Eunice, my love. How are you? So the numbers are worse than I've ever seen them today. I don't know if you guys are sharing out the video. I think that there's like a glitch somewhere on Facebook or whatever, because I was seeing that there were 2 people watching when I had 8 people commenting. So it doesn't make a difference. Nothing makes sense. Rita, I am still going out to the store as I get major cabin fever. So opposite of you, I actually have more anxiety at home as I start to find shit to do. Yeah, initially I felt that way too, but now, I mean, honestly, I'm happy at home. I feel, you know what? I guess you could say safe. I don't know what the right word is. I also am at a point in my life where I was going out all the time because I was trying to run away from myself. And I realized that all that time I was running away from myself, I was doing myself harm because I wasn't making peace with myself. You cannot run out and do things to avoid dealing with what you have to deal with. And there are a lot of people that do that. I have friends that always have to have projects or always have to be running around and doing stuff. I am not that person. When I get it in me and I want to do something, I do it. But I'm over it. I'm 50 years old. I don't need to go out every weekend and be around a bunch of drunk people. I mean, at this point, if my husband was alive, my life would be perfect, so it's just, I'm over all of that stuff, I guess you could say. My thrill was going fucking food shopping. That was what, excited me. But I don't know. I guess it's just different, and I'm okay. I never realized you need to be okay where you are. If you have to run and escape, don't get me wrong. I get it. You get to the point where it's I got to get the fuck out of this house. I get that. And because you go from one extreme to the next, maybe you get like me. And now I'm oh, I got to get dressed. I got to go out. Ew, so, I don't know. It's just very strange. And now I just got a text message. Now you see, I'm not going to read it now, but I told you that there was somebody very close to me that was not in a good way and went to the hospital. And I just saw the text that said, "What do you have, a crystal ball?" And I didn't read the rest of it. So that could be it also. I'm telling you, it's crazy. All right, let me see. Jody, that's you, but I see you. You must have switched pages or something because I saw you before. Monica, something is going on with Facebook. The comments on my desktop aren't updating. The view on my tablet says 1, yet the views here say 6. I'm telling you, it's all weird. Okay, Carmela, you posted the link. Thank you. It's Jody. I'm stoned. I'm jumping all over your pages. You're so funny, Jody. I love you, mama. Okay, hold on. I'm getting there. Good morning, Alyssa, my girl. How are you? Yeah, it gets ridiculous with the meds. Okay. Diane, oh my God, you must have felt like a science experiment. No, I didn't feel like a science experiment. There was no experimenting. The doctors told me this. I was taking one pill, and when I tell you, I'll be, you know me, I'm honest, right? I was taking one pill that was supposed to help me not, feel whatever. And the side effect of the pill was lack of sex drive. So now I'm in my 20s. My boyfriend, who became my husband, is dying to, bang me all the time. I would be the one that I would be like doing him in the car. And now all of a sudden, I don't want to fucking know nothing. And so the doctor goes, "Oh, well, let me give you this pill because it'll counteract that. And, it'll help you get your sex drive back." And when you're taking pills to fix the pills fuck you, I'm done. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. And I was younger, and not that I was stupid, but I was naive. And I learned a lot as I got older. And I learned the most when I became a mother, when they wanted to fucking put my son on they did. They had my son on all this different medication. And I was like, you know what? I'm done. My kid is 3 years old. I'm in the parking lot, hysterical, crying because I'm waiting for all these fucking medications. I was fucking like a drug dealer, begging friends of mine to help me if they had the prescription because they didn't cover the meds. It was like $500 a month, and I had coverage. It was crazy. And I said, you know what? I'm fucking done with this. He's 3 years old. How could he be this fucked up? And I researched and I learned, and even still with my anxiety and stuff, there are certain things that I do. It's, sometimes you blindly follow. When I first brought my son to the pediatrician, I blindly followed. Then I started to say to myself, what the fuck? I'm his mother. Something ain't right here. And I took back the control. So all I got to say is, I'm not trying to be a control freak, even though I am. You must take back the control, because if we believe everything we hear and just follow blindly, you may end up smashing into a fucking wall. Just saying. So I wasn't a science experiment, Diane. That was really how they treated people. Oh, okay, you have that side effect. We'll take this pill and it'll counteract that side effect. Fuck you. Rita said in 2021, Mercury will be in complete retrograde movements during the following date ranges. January 30th to February 21st. So it's over. That retrograde is over. May 29th to June 22nd, September 27th to October 23rd. Right. But today is what? The 25th, the 26th, right? 25th. So why are we feeling retrograde now? Wow, Karen, I had no idea. Thanks for sharing. You got it. I'm assuming that's Jody. I don't know. I can't see your name. Laura, you can think past issues. You can think past issues are gone, but they are still buried, waiting to come and attack. Indeed. That was kind of what I was saying, so burying things doesn't really help. And as you can probably tell, my allergies are cuckoo today too. because of course it was like 50 degrees or something yesterday. And now it's windy today. So the minute it's windy, that's it. You always get and my allergies always go nuts. Okay, here we go. Where am I? Exercise is great help for anxiety and depression. Yeah, sometimes it is. When you're really bad in anxiety, exercise does the opposite, because the minute you feel your heart rate start to go up, it will cause an anxiety attack because you get so nervous that you're going to have one. So that depends. I mean, I was really bad, so I guess that's why. Right, Karen, that's very true. Good morning, Loudy. How are you? Alyssa, I have always dealt with my own stuff without meds or alcohol, but not against seeing a therapist or a psychiatrist and be on meds if needed. I always suggest this. I've always said this. Sometimes you do need the medication because you need to take the edge off. So, for instance, people have a glass of wine. I said to myself yesterday, I'm going to have a glass of wine because it usually takes the edge off and it'll calm me down a little bit, right? Because wine has that type of effect on me. Not comparing wine to, drugs, but but the thing is that if you take any kind of psychotropical drugs or anything like that, my research has shown that you must be on something for 6 months. If you stop it and feel better after 2, it will not have a lasting effect. You need to do it for 6 months. I do believe that if you are under a doctor's care and you take meds to help you to be able to go through the therapy, then you're in good shape. But if you go to the doctor and you just get meds and you don't deal with the problem, that I disagree with. My own personal opinion. I know people very close to me that take a pill every morning and they haven't worked through one fucking problem that they have, and they will continue to have to take those pills every single day. I do not want to be dependent on fucking anything, she says as she sips her coffee that she can't be without. And that's not true either. I live without the one person I wanted here my life. I can live without anything and anyone, I'll tell you that. Well, God willing, I don't have to test that theory, but I mean, of course I can't live without, a lot of people, but you know what I'm trying to say. The things you think will kill you. Good morning, Joe Q. How are you? Colleen, thank you for sharing. Laura, thank you for sharing. Georgie, thank you. I think it's Facebook playing with the numbers of the views. I think so too. I think even Facebook wants to try to hold me back. It's okay, because when the truth actually comes out, I'll fucking own the internet. It's all good. Carmela said something's happening on Facebook because I keep seeing that there's 9 people and there's more than I'm telling you. And maybe today we finally saw it. I've been telling Carmela for I don't know how long now. I used to get thousands of views on my shows, thousands. And if anything, the minute I would finish my show, I was definitely into the high hundreds. Now I'm looking at them, 30 views. It's impossible. And I have a consistent number of people throughout the entire show. So how in God's green earth is that correct? It's not. So something's up, but that's okay. Whatever. I hear you. You get it out by venting on Facebook. I hear that too. Stress release. Hey, Orlando, how are you? I still somehow manage to make time for me. It's absolutely necessary. I agree, Loudy. Absolutely. Cardio running or elliptical is good, Diane says. Rosie, Mercury retrograde dates January 30th to February 21st. Yeah, we read those. Thank you, Rosie. So again, we're out of retrograde, if I'm not mistaken, unless, I know I'm bad with numbers, but I'm thinking we're done with that. I don't what I feel because I'm in so much shit. I got so much shit on my mind. Well, exactly. I get that. let me see who else is here. Monica, when it comes to the medical community, we are all just guinea pigs. You got to be your own doctor. Again, I don't know if we're guinea pigs. I think that everything is trial and error, in my opinion, right? Everything you do is trial and error. So I don't know that you're necessarily a guinea pig. But yes, it's trial and error. And you are, in fact, a guinea pig in a certain respect, because you never know how your body is going to respond and react to it, you know? Ugh, hold on. The comments just went kookalooks again. Hold on, babies. I'm a coming. First of all, thank you guys again for tuning in to Coffee Talk with Karen. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit off today, and you guys are here with me. Diane, every medication has a side effect. So I only take something like antibiotics if I'm dying, but I do understand some need it. It's an easy fix and money making, which pisses me off. So sometimes it's not even an easy fix. Sometimes it's a necessary evil, I hate to say. And even that doesn't fix it. So I'm not sure. But I get what you're saying. Carlos, good morning. Good morning, Richie. I miss you. Andrea, good morning. Alyssa, one of my kids have severe depression and anxiety, which she sees a psychiatrist and a psychologist and is on meds, but it's extremely low dosages. Listen, you got to do what works. You know, better than ignoring it and watching, you know, how many times when we were younger, why do you think suicide and stuff was so high? Because everybody, just deal with it. Get over it. Like, okay, no, I really want to live this way. I mean, that's why I'm saying it's that old school mentality. It's ridiculous. So many are on meds. It's not even funny. Yes, Diane. Colleen, sometimes when I get my anxiety and my mind is racing, I always go to the park and do a fast, I guess that's walk for an hour, but sometimes I can't control it. My sister told me to take a low dose of some medication. I can't remember. Well, you can research. There are also homeopathic remedies. There are also, supplements that help with that as well. I'm not a doctor, so I don't want to sit here and tell you guys what to take. But you can research it because I have, and it definitely helps. Rosie, anxiety is a motherfucker. It will twist you left, right, and center. I myself have finally been able to get a grasp on handling it, practicing stop everything, look at the ground, breathe in and exhale a few times. It helps me. Although I'm ready for battle, I have to return merchandise. Go figure. Yeah, well, that's a whole thing, is like you have to, again, right? We talk about living in the now. You have to try to live in the now. If you make yourself present in your moment and quiet all those other things, that can help as well. But a lot of times, once you're far in, it's a rabbit hole. Once you're in that rabbit hole and your anxiety is going crazy, you need help pulling yourself out. You do a great job at it. Oh, Tony, you are too kind. Good morning, Mary. How are you? Lisa, yes, trial and error, but some people truly have a chemical imbalance that a medication can help. And that's one, thought. Let me see. Whoops. Hold on a second. Okay, Georgie, do not understand how your show, Karen, can help the mental health of those who watch it. It's very empowering, and that's awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that very much, Georgie. You are a sweetheart. And again, I hope so, because that's what I'm here for. Some people may not want to hear it, and that's fine. They're going to go listen to somebody else. They're going to go watch somebody else, and they could be talking about, whatever, and that's fine. But I if one person listens to this show and it makes a difference, then I'm in good shape. So I may have 9 people watching, but I may make a much bigger difference than the people that have tens of thousands of people watching and people don't get nothing from it. But you know what? It's all about popularity. It's all about finding the right people that support you, to be quite honest with you. You could suck. And if you have the right person that shares you out, you're an instant star. Hold on. Mary, I was just getting to, okay, hold on. The full moon is on February 27th. It affects everything 3 days before and 3 days after. Ah, gotcha, Rosie. Thank you. Mary, I suffer from panic and anxiety disorder. Removing toxic people and the toxicity they bring really helps, along with Xanax. Yeah, but sometimes, Mary, like, you don't have toxic people around you. You know, a lot of times it's just, you know, it's a buildup of all of the fuckness that has happened, you know, and your lack of handling it, processing it. You know, a lot of people just go, fuck that, whatever. And they don't really mean that. So that's where anxiety comes into play, because you're not dealing with the actual emotion. So, you know, I mean, yes, obviously it's a given that you have to remove toxic people. The problem is when you're suffering from, especially depression, you cling to people because you keep hoping that somebody is going to fix you. Somebody's going to make you feel safe. Somebody's going to make you feel whatever. And you're relying on others that are never going to be able to fix you, right? So I think that some of us don't even realize that these people are toxic, or some of us are so far gone that we keep them around because we'd rather have somebody than nobody. And we've been talking about this, Mary, all week. Part of that is like what I was talking about with the crumbs, right? Some people, you know, we'll take whatever we can get because we're so needy. And sometimes you may not think of yourself as needy. You may think of yourself as a fucking fierce individual and be like, I don't fucking need nobody. But your actions speak differently because you are allowing these people to give you the crumbs and you're taking them. So 100% getting rid of toxic people is always the right way to go. But it isn't always that easy because, number one, some people are really good at what they do and you don't even realize that they're toxic, which is even worse. And especially if you're down under, you really are at risk. So you always have to be very, very, very conscious of the people you keep around you. 110%. Savion, good morning, honey. I'm always arriving late. I know. Well, get your ass here earlier, damn it. I have my crystals out. Oh my God, April, good morning, my love. How are you? Okay, hold on. Let me get, I have my, okay, I got back there. When things have gone wrong in your life, you just expect everything to go wrong. Right, Monica. And that is, that goes back to changing the energy, right? Oh my God, my day is terrible. Everything's going wrong. Interrupt that. Stop it. Okay. From this point forward, everything is going to go right. Interrupt it. Interrupt it. Interrupt it. You cannot be victim of your day. You have to interrupt it. Sometimes it's difficult to do, but that's a woe is me statement. While my fucking heart was pounding out of my chest, I tried to do 17,000 different things yesterday. And again, I wasn't having anxiety. There was just something up. So I was just addressing it because I'm sure there are other people here that feel the same way. I think it has a lot to do with energy. I think it has a lot to do with a lot of things. So you know what? Today, I can't fake it, you guys, when I'm on here. I can't pretend that I'm something that I'm not. So I was feeling just a certain way today. And I have to tell you, I think I'm feeling a little bit better right now. I'm going to read that text message that I got, and that may actually clarify what I was feeling yesterday. Okay, let me see. Some people take advantage of that and use it to their advantage. Exactly, Alyssa. Yeah, it sucks when you're thinking you're safe and then wind up making you feel worse. Exactly. False sense of security. Tony, tomorrow is a new day. Absolutely, absolutely. Mom always said, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Yeah, no doubt, Alyssa. Kathy, I am so grateful to have the job that I have, but I have an extremely stressful job and the extra stuff that comes along with it. So what I do to de-stress, I take a day for myself to do just nothing. It helps. Kathy, I agree with that as well. And honestly, when I'm not on the show on Saturday and Sunday, that's what I try to do. Like that is one thing that I do miss. My son, when he went to school, I had that alone time where I was alone with my thoughts and I was able to try to do that. I don't have that ability anymore because I'm never alone. But yes, we need to, I call that rebooting. So, you know what? You're very smart and in tune with yourself that you know that you need to do that. So kudos to you. And I tell people that all the time. Sometimes you just got to shut it down. This thing will make you fucking nuts. Shut it down. Get off the internet. Don't watch the news and regroup, because all of these things are stimuli that are coming in and they're doing no good in there if you can't make heads or tails with them. So you need to quiet the noise, which is why I have a very small circle of people around me, because I need that noise quieted. I cannot deal with that. Can't deal with it. Okay, so I'm almost at the end of this here. Are we talking about the spirits? Mary, I was saying something earlier when we started, but I'm not, you can kind of rewind if you want to. That's how we kind of started a little bit. Oh yes, it's your sister's birthday. Happy birthday to Carmela's sister, Rosie. All right. So anyway, thank you guys for listening today. I hope that somehow or another my experiences have benefited you today. And I hope you realize that you're not alone. And I tell you that all the time. Maybe some of you, your hearts were pounding, you will feel, and a lot of people did say they were off. I heard a lot of the energy, like I said, is shifting. There's a masculine, feminine energy that's shifting, and maybe we're feeling that. So then we got the moon happening. We got Mercury retrograde. We're fucked. I mean, what could I tell you? No, I'm only kidding. Listen, you can only control this right here, babes. And you got this. So like I said, interrupt those thoughts. Change your thoughts, change the energy. I'm having a bad day. No, I was having a bad day. Now I'm going to have a good day. Okay. So when we finish this conversation, we're going to have a good day. You know what I'm saying? A lot of men cannot have conversations like this because men find it very difficult opening up. Yeah, men are the hardest people to communicate in a lot of times, Georgie. Absolutely. I agree with that. Diane, I used to take a vacation day, aka a mental health day, when I worked full time and do shopping therapy and meet friends. Yeah, you got to do what works for you. Who is that? Your daily randomness. We gonna have a good day. Thank you so much for sharing that. Absolutely. All right, let's do this, you guys. Let's have a good day. Let me hope that I'm a little afraid to read my text message because it seems like it's not good, but it will certainly help me understand. So always remember that feeling deeply is a great gift. So if you are affected by the universe and you are affected by energy, it's a blessing. Just sometimes we don't know how to navigate it. Right. So we got to learn that. So I love you guys. I hope you have a blessed day. Yes, we are getting the merchandise together. I put all those pictures up. So as Carmela just said, please message Carmela as to what you want. There's a lot of different things, or you can comment underneath the picture itself, or whatever the case may be, send it in Messenger. We're going to do our best to accommodate everybody. So thank you guys. I hope you have a better day. I'm hoping today is a better day for me in particular. And of course, I share that with you. Hi, Mike. How are you? Sending you much love, baby. All right. I love you guys. Have a great day. And I'll see you tomorrow at 11 a.m. for Coffee Talk with Karen, live on MiamiMikeRadio.com, live on Facebook. Please join the Real Talk Coffee Talk group. Please hit that like button for the Karen Stacy page. Go on YouTube, go on Twitch, go on Periscope, Real Talk Karen Stacy. Hit those subscribe buttons. Your support means everything to me. Have a blessed day.